Okay, hello and welcome to really the first of some of the live streams we're going to try and do. Well, this one's pre-recorded. We're going to try and do these on a more regular basis in a live format. So if you've probably seen me on a video before, I'm Robin. I am Chief Executive over at D4H, and with me here today is Mairead as well.
Hi everyone. Yeah, so my name is Mairead and I am a support and application specialist at D4H. Some of you may recognize my name from some of the replies on tickets, so it's probably good to put a face to the name.
Yeah, excellent. So we're obviously working from home with COVID-19. We're based two different locations here, able to join you on the meeting, which is great. I'm going to share a screen here, which you should be able to see. Mairead, do you want to introduce our update site?
Yeah, sure. So what we're going to go through today is some of the updates that have recently been released for our incident management product. So the first one you'll see just coming up on the screen there is the ability to add a signature field to your forms, which allows you to basically you can draw your own signature, which will then lock a form once you've signed it. So you can do that on the app or on the web application. You can also use the automatic signature generator in incident management, so it will just do one for you, or you can upload one if you have it saved on your desktop as well. So you have a couple of options there.
Cool. How about I open the software here? Okay. You can see my screen okay?
Yeah, that's perfect.
Yeah, let's try. How do we configure up one of these? So we'll jump over to the admin area.
Mm-hmm.
Go into templates and forms. We can make a new form. So you've probably, if you're familiar with the product, you'll know how this works. I'm building a new form. So I'm just going to call it test form. And we can build out the field you want. So we'll have, let's call it description. And we'll make that a multi-line. And then over on the right here, we'll have location. This obviously form could be anything. We'll make that a map feature field. And then the bottom of this form, I'm going to add a signature. So I'm just going to call it prepared by, or it could be approved by or anything like that. And we'll make that I just press save here first. And then I should be able to select this as a signature field. And hit save. Okay, over in the software, Mairead, are you in this channel, the live streaming channel?
Yes.
So I'll just enable form.
I am, yeah.
Could you, so Mairead remotely to me can now, I've created a form template called test form. Could you add a test form to the account? And we should just see it pop up here.
Yep.
There it is. And you can see there's what we did. So I'm going to set a location. Pick this building here. Okay, excellent. And I can put in a description. And this new signature field is this one here at the bottom. So what happens here is I can click in here and I can draw a signature like Mairead said. Okay, and save it as my default if I wanted. And that locks the form by me. So Mairead can no longer edit that form. I assume you can't, Mairead, is that?
No, I can't. It's locked for me now.
But if someone wanted to edit it, they could come in and unlock it. So maybe you could unlock that form and we'll see my side that my signature disappears off it because Mairead is going to unlock it and make edits to it.
Sure.
There we go. So the rest of the form has remained the same. Maybe you could sign this, Mairead, this time, and we'll see it get signed and unlocked from my side. So
okay.
So why would you do this? Well, it means that you can have any form. It can be a row in a status board. So maybe it's your, there we go. It's come in. Maybe it's a row in a status board. So maybe it's a damage assessment. Maybe it's a cost sign off. Maybe it's a task. But you can have anything and add a signature to it. Maybe it's your ICS forms. And once that signature goes on it, the form is locked, all the content, nobody can edit it. You'll see in the audit trail that it's locked, okay, and it no longer can be edited. So we really like this. Now, if you don't want to draw your signature, you'll see there's a couple of other options. So I've unlocked it. I can also, it'll automatically create me one, or I can just upload if I want my real signature. And you can save this as your default every time. So you only have to draw it once nicely for all the non-artists out there. Okay.
I guess just one thing on that as well, Robin, because I know a couple of questions came in when we released it. People were wondering if it was possible to add the signature field to their situation. But it's not. The only place you can add it in is your status boards, task boards, or your form templates.
Yeah. I'll talk a little bit about why it's not on the situation. So we don't want that locked. It's actually a live document that we don't want locked. So if that was locked, it would affect too many other parts of the incident. You couldn't change anything about it. So it's not something that gets locked and unlocked frequently. If you want to take a snapshot, that's what you should be doing. So this option up here, take a snapshot of your SITREP. That's different. That's the function there for your situation. And you'll see it here in a folder. Okay, and that's what should be happening there, because we did get requests on that. Well, let's look at adding it to a status board as well. It's probably a good example. So this could be a task status board, anything like that. Let's say we'll build an app called, I'm just going to call it jobs. And I'll give it any icon. And cost. And make this numeric. And then completed by this date time. And then we'll add a signature. Okay, so I've made a new module there quickly. We'll enable it in here. So jobs. Excellent. So Mairead, you might add a job as well. So I'm going to add, just do this. You can add, do that. I'm going to say this is $1,000 and completed by this time. And within here, you'll see there's now an approved by. So here's Mairead's one getting added. There we go. So these two, and I can't edit Mairead's, etc., without going on and clearing it. So that is how those signatures work. For feedback, Mairead, what's the best way for people to kind of contribute towards how they're finding this or give feedback?
I guess if they want to send an email to support@d4h.org. We always love to hear how people are getting on with the new features, or if you need any help configuring it in your own account, we're very happy, to jump on a call and show you how to do it.
Ideal. Should we jump on to the next one?
Yeah, great. So the next update that was recently put out was, so you can populate a form with a status board, for example. So you'd be using a table field, and you're able to link it to a status board or a task board, so that you're pulling through the information that you already have on that if you wanted to show on a forum as well.
Yeah.
You can also use there's an import filter on the table field as well when you have it linked, which allows you to, I guess the best example is, let's say you're pulling through data from a task board. You might only want to pull through the tasks that are not yet started or in progress. You know, you won't want to see those tasks that are completed. So it's quite useful to be able to filter what is pulled through as well.
Yeah, it's a good example. So let's actually, we could use these jobs. Let's what we'll do is we'll just add a third one here. So you can see three jobs in our jobs board. Again, your jobs board could be damage assessment, it could be tasks, it could be anything that you want to track that's going on. So how do we take this board into a form? So we'll edit our existing test form. So we'll just unlock this. And what we're going to do over in the admin area is we'll go to forms. We're going to edit the template for our test form. And we're going to add a new field above prepared by, which we'll call it, we will call this, I'm going to filter it based on the job value. So we'll call it job. I'll just go with jobs for now. Okay, and it's going to be a table. And we're going to press these three dots here in the top right, and we can link table to module. And we're going to link it to our jobs board. And now we're picking the fields off the job board. So we're going to have the name of the job. We're going to have the cost of the job and the date completed by. And I think all I have to do here is hit save. Back on our form, I think what's going to happen here is when I press this refresh button, it's going to populate this table with our jobs. Let's see what happens. There we go. So this has pulled in content from our board. Now, why would you do this? Well, maybe you want a summary of what's happening in your module. So you have to complete a form as part of your incident action plan of open tasks or tasks this operational period or damage assessments over a certain value. You can see how you can snapshot it in here. Marie, could you add a fourth job there? We'll call it just another, maybe, and set the value to $250. So you can see Mairead adding this live on my screen. And we'll jump back over to the forms. And just to note that this hasn't updated this, and this is important because when I hit populate, it was a snapshot at the time. So I have to repopulate here, which I can do. And you'll see we've now got another in here as well. So it's a snapshot at a time of data from your boards. Mairead, you mentioned a filter field.
Yeah, so it's in the configuration. So back in the admin area and in the import filter box, it allows you to filter what you pull through. So if it's, I guess, something in a status board and you have a couple of status there, it could be, you know, open or closed. If it's certain buildings, you may want to only pull through all buildings that are currently open. You could put in some code there that would filter that for you. And then the other example I gave was with tasks, you know, to pull through those that are not yet started or in progress. And I think as Robin is doing here, you can pull through, you know, something that's over a certain amount or less than a certain amount, as an example.
Yeah, so I'm going to try this with the cost field here. It could be any of them. It could be when date is completed before today or after today, or anything like that. So cost is greater than 501.
Mhm.
Let's see, this is real time if I've got it right. Okay, so I'm expecting to filter this down. It should go to jobs and it should pull out any job where it's greater than 501. So it should only have the 750 and the 1000 if I've done this right. Let's have a look. So I'll repopulate. It's not pulled either of them in. Maybe I need data.cost. I don't know my own. Data.cost.
Mm.
We try that again. Hey, there we go. Okay. So sorry, I didn't jump to the tab when I was reconfiguring that.
Mm.
What I missed the first time, it's data.cost. And again, we'll help you. Mairead will help you on the support desk with any of these expressions that you need. So where cost is greater than 501, if I made this where cost is greater than 499, and I'll save this filter on the table. Now, I'm going to build a new one of these forms. So a new test form. Okay, so these ones should be, if I populate, I should get 3 of them because they're greater than 499. So you can see how that works. As Mairead was talking about, could be the status of your buildings, could be what buildings are currently locked down, what buildings have damage, what needs work due to fire damage, whatever that might be.
It's showing me there, Robin.
Yeah, sorry, I forgot to do my tab across. You can see this is updated from 499 again.
Mm-hmm.
Have there been any feedback on that, Mairead? Or I know there's a good, there's certainly a good support document there on the form builder and field types, and we might make sure that goes in the comments of this video so people can jump straight into these updates.
Yeah, I think it gives a couple of examples, that article, but there's definitely there's so many, I guess, even for the import filters specifically, there's so many options there for that. There's no way to list all the possibilities on the article. So I guess what I would just say again is if there is something you are looking to do with it, just send us an email to support and we'll look into a way to get it done for you, or if it's possible to configure it, and we can just put the code in your account for you or send it across either way.
Perfect. We're flying through these now.
Yeah, great.
The next one was document library, is that right?
It was, yeah. So the library is now available in the Incident Management app, so which is quite useful to be able to access documents from your phone. So I think maybe when you're showing that one, Robin, you could also show the signature field, just how it works on the app as well on their phone.
Okay, so let me share my phone. So the site we're looking at here, where we're getting these updates from, is updates.d4htechnologies.com. It's listed on our website, and also within the apps themselves, you'll get a link to it, and it gives you all of the product updates. And we put updates here long before our blog or anywhere else. They're kind of the release notes in real time. Okay, so let's jump across. Tell me when you can see my phone.
Okay. Yes, I can see it now.
Okay, great. So we look at the signature first.
Yeah, I think so.
A bit nicer with the finger.
Bit easier to draw.
Yeah. So works nicely. Here's our job list, just to show people. We're looking at the exact same piece here on mobile. Okay, so we were gonna. Do you want to just talk about this library functionality? And I'll
Yeah.
up here on the screen.
So with the library, what you're able to do is you can upload files. So if you have, certain documentation that you just want to upload to have available to read whenever you start an incident, you can just have it available in there. You can also upload links. So if you copy a URL to a particular website, whether it's I don't know, weather related or something, you could just insert the URL there, and when a user clicks on it, it will bring them directly to that web page.
Yeah, and so you can see here I've got a couple of documents available here. So I've just gone into the library, and you'll see if I click into county emergency plans, I can access this straight from my phone. Works really nicely. And there's bookmarks, folders, anything I'd like to access. I can also add photos. So I can, from here, I can take a photo from my phone, include it in the library, or upload a document from my phone, or create a bookmark, anything like that. So I think that's that library feature people are familiar with already. On the mobile app, it's on Android and iOS. And I think that's a good intro to them for people.
Yeah, so they are. I think that was the main updates for today. We hope to do another one of these soon with further updates. But I guess if you have any questions on what we went through today, just get in touch and we'll help you with it.
Yep, excellent. We'll put links in the bottom of this video so you're able to access all the resources we've talked about today. I guess we'll see you next month to cover what went out this month.